I'm me all the time, and if I've done it before, I can do it again, but better. Hey guys, it's not. You're probably like, where are you? I am downstairs in my kitchen. This is where my home, not my home. This is my parents' home. I'm 19. I haven't moved out. The sliding glass is open. Let me close it. Okay, sliding glass is closed. Just not everybody needs to hear my business like that. But anyways, you're probably like, why are you downstairs? I'm home alone. My parents are out of town. Probably by the time I post this, will be home just because internet safety. Some people are crazy. They'll find you and they'll find a way. So I'm not in my room the whole time, because usually if I'm outside, my mom's usually in the kitchen because she has her little business. She bakes, and so I have to be quiet. You gotta, like, it's her flow state. So I'm not usually down here. The title of today's video is I'm me all the time. Now, will I be crying? Maybe. This one's a little introspective. I mean, I guess this whole channel is, but in the sense that, like, okay. I have been struggling hard lately. So, actually, we're just gonna run it back. So, Thursday, I worked up until Thursday, because Thursday we went to go see my favorite band in SF, Attaboy. Lovely experience. Got to meet the band. It was my first concert, and they're like a smaller band, so there wasn't that many people, so it was really cool, and it was really fun to just be able to chat and like that. And then I had Friday off because we didn't get back till like 1 a.m. because we were out there late. So I had to have Friday off, so I had no corporate for 2 days. Hallelujah. And then, Saturday, today's Sunday, I go back tomorrow. And first of all, one of the first things that I was feeling was like, dang, it's kind of like, I hate how like free I am when I don't have like corporate doom looming over me, because I like picked up my guitar the first time in months. I don't know, I was just better, and I was engaging with things, and my brain was like, I've experienced brain fog before, and that's how corporate life makes me feel. Like, I just have like a perpetual brain fog, and I just have been, I had this title and topic kind of picked out already. Not necessarily for the next video, but just in general to talk about eventually. And I just was like, man, like, I miss being like me, and like so many people have been like, you're just gonna be different versions of yourself and but there's nothing like feeling like the version of yourself that you are right now is like completely not you. Like, furthest thing from me, like, if 2023 me heard that I was corporate, she'd be like, who's corporate and how do we know them, because I know you're lying. She would kill somebody. Sorry if the screen keeps shaking. I'm trying to find a comfortable position to sit in this chair. Anyways, yeah, I would not. Like, me being corporate is, like, still crazy to me, because I'm like, that's just not me, girl. It's just not. It's the furthest thing from me, actually. When it comes to being creative, I feel that's been my jam. And, like, this is gonna sound funny, but after meeting the band, okay, 2 of the band members are kind of actually famous, but the band is famous to me in my heart, so I don't really care. But meeting them and getting to talk to them, all of them, was just like, oh, they're just like, they're people. They're people, and they are doing the thing that they love for, like, their job. But they're also just people. Because, like, sometimes we look at celebrities and their status and, like, their fame, and we're just kind of like, oh, I could never be that. And it's like, no, but you could. They're people. They are literally people. They're so human, just like you and I. And their art proceeds out of them. And I was like, oh, so you can do that. And I was like, oh. Sometimes I forget, okay, especially when you're in corporate lifestyle, you're like, I can be free. But I often am unsettled at the idea of, like, you're just gonna be different versions of yourself, because, like, the me that, like, spent a whole, like, 8 months of her life making music, releasing music, and recording vocals in her shower, like she was about to drop out of college. I'm so serious. I was like, so I originally started out as a crim major. Criminal justice is what crim means. And then I, for one semester, was like, I don't want to be in college. I also graduated at 16, so stay with me now. Okay, college is weird, because I started it early. I started it in my senior year of high school, so I was 15 when I started college. I did both dual enrollment. I don't know what was wrong with me. I started off as crim, and then I graduated high school, and then was like, okay, full-time school now, full-time college. I'm not just doing dual enrollment. I don't want to do crim. And so I did one semester of business because I wanted to go into music super bad. But then everyone was like, you can't be a business major, girl. Business majors don't make any money. And I just didn't have a whole lot of support for, like, art around me outside of people outside of my home. Well, my brothers were there. And if my parents find this channel, girl, I meant it. I meant it. I'm sorry. I'm not. But anyways, then that winter semester of 2023, my, first full semester of college, I switched back to crim. And it was, I regret it. I kind of wish I would have majored in, like, marketing or something if I really need to get a degree. I think college is scamming. For me at least, I don't understand. I don't want to do college. Like, and then I just kind of, like, fizzled out of music because it was really just, like, school and work. Schoolwork, friends, and that was kind of the jam. But there is still space for me. Like, I still wrote music. I still played my instruments, and above all, I still wrote and was, like, engaged in the creative things that I care about because I had time and I had space, and life gave me space. And so, like, for a hot minute last week, I was, like, feeling kind of like I've done the things that I want to do now. I've done that before, and, like, she lives in me. You know, I'm me all the time. It's not just, you know, she's not detached from me, that version of myself. No, that is me. I lived that, and I did that. And it was, like, kind of comforting. But then I was like, but I'm totally, like, completely restless with the person that I am now. And it's hard because people kind of make it seem like the arts and creative work doesn't matter, but when you are a creative person, it's, like, imperative for, like, it's, like, almost like air. It's like, no, I need to do this, like, without this, like, who am I? Okay, not to say, like, without this, who am I? Because obviously, like, I have the Lord. We're gonna take a sip. Coffee. Oh my gosh, hold on. You guys want to see my mug? Shut up. Bob from Thunderbolts. It's actually the Void. But I love supporting small artists, and I saw this person making these on their Instagram, and they were selling them, and I was like, I should get one, because I really love Thunderbolts, and Bob is a fan favorite. So, cutie little mug. And this mug is tea. It's, like, the perfect size, too. So, what can I say? Put the morning bev in here. Anyways, and, like, for a minute, I was like, okay, maybe this will all, like, change when I get married, and I'll have, like, a break, because when we get married, I'm gonna take a brief break from working. A brief one. Not super long, because I do like working. Don't get it twisted. I'm not going, oh my gosh, you see young Christian couples, they get married, the wife just wants to make bread. Don't piss me off, girl. Go clock in. You do not have children. Go get a day job. I don't even care if it's part-time. Go work at a coffee shop. At least. Give us something at least. Be productive to society at least. Ugh. It makes me mad. So I still want to work. I just have been in the ringer, and I need a break. I have worked through college. Before this corporate job, I was doing 2 jobs. And I've worked since I was 12. So, versus fiance Butter has been very lucky. He has not had to deal with that. So he's like, hey, it's your turn to take a rest and just be able to focus on putting your passion into something you care about. And so I was like, when I get married, maybe I'll have the time and the space to be able to do that. But then I was like, but I don't know if I like a lot of, okay, not saying I need life to be bad to write, because that's not true. There's endless things to write about and talk about, especially within a storyline, like book writing or in music. But it is easier to write when things are tough. And so I'm like, things are just going to be like kind of chill. Like, I mean, I guess I could write something happy. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I do write happy stuff, but I was like, I'm not taking advantage of my muse now because I feel like I have no time. I'm telling y'all, if you're going to do something, and I've said this since I was like 16. I remember I wanted to leave. I worked at a grocery store that was a red circle with a dot. That one. And it was chopped. It was so chopped. And I had been like, okay, I need to get out. Like, I can't. Just towards the end, I was like, no, I actually really need to leave. And there were some crazy things going on, too. And I remember my mom was just like, why do you need to leave this job so bad? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm doing something for multiple hours of my day, and I don't want to hate it. And that was always something I was like very worried about, was like, I don't want to get stuck doing something I absolutely loathe for 8 hours a day, because of the type of person that I am, I'm gonna wear it. I'm not just gonna be like, and I clocked out. Welcome home. No, like, I'm gonna clock out and I'm gonna be like, yo, I think I can't be here anymore. Like, I don't want to be here anymore on this planet. Lo and behold, I'm freaking right. It's almost like I know myself. I keep making decisions at like the benefit of other people, because like this state job was something that like logically was making sense to the crowd, but I also knew that like internally I was going to hate it. Like, I was like, yeah, it'll give me the chance to save money and life will be quiet. Girl, I never wanted life to be quiet. I mean, I get when life is like, we're going so freaking fast. I understand that life can be going very freaking fast. I can be like, I need a minute, I need a breather. But I never wanted it to be just corporate. And it's a bummer. Because like, I miss spending hours of a day just working on a song, or staying up till 2 a.m. recording a song and mixing. I miss that. And I miss having the opportunity and space within my day to go outside and experience life and come back and put that into my creativity. Because that's another thing, is people will this one gets me a lot, is people will be like, why don't you just do it after you're off? And I'm like, okay, so when you're doing doom rot slop for 8 hours a day, you don't come home and feel inspired. No, you come home drained, and it makes you not want to do anything else. Like, you don't have a boring 9 to 5 that takes literally everything out of you mentally, and then come home and be like, well, I have inspiration for my book, or I have song inspiration. No, girl, you don't have anything. Your brain is tired. Your brain is literally like, oh. And so within thinking about like the whole, like, I'm me all the time, like the versions of myself that have experienced what it's like to have space in the day, what it's like to be able to write music, what it's like to be able to write in general, what it's like to be able to do the creative work that I care about, be a part of the communities that I used to be a part of. I've done that before, and who's to say I can't do it again, but better, because now I know, which is nice. Now I know. Sorry. I'm like looking at my face, and I swear hormonal cycles are like actually crazy. My face is so much more rounder when it's luteal and menstruation. It's crazy. It's follicular right now, and that's right. But like, anyways, who's to say I can't do that now, because I've done it in the past, and you could just do what you just did, but better. But like, also there's such an intense amount of shame with feeling like, quitting a corporate job and going back into service work. There's also, we've been through it, the unknowns of the like, I don't know when this is happening, so I shouldn't quit this, because then if I get this, and there's so many other factors that are like, well, I feel like I can't like get out of this. And like, y'all, like, getting out both within like creation, but also like physically getting outside is so good. Like when you have the space in the area, you like I was a lot more better at like using like writing as a way to just like communicate both throughout stories and music. And so I think for me right now, like that's something I'm like internally trying to encourage myself in, is like I have done this in the past, I've done this before, and I can do it again but better. Shoot, maybe something will catch wind and I'll be able to break free, but you know, I'm me all the time, and I've only just gotten older and experienced more life. You know, 2023 me wasn't out here experiencing, she wasn't in a relationship, she doesn't know what it's like to hate her corporate job, but I have that experience now, and then it's more ammunition for me to get outside and talk about it. And honestly, I'll low-key hate on it. Some of y'all love corporate, and hey, if it works for you, bars. It don't work for me. But like, to spitball, my dream is to get out of the 9 to 5. I hate the 9 to 5. I don't want to do the 9 to 5. I want to make music, and I want to do this platform and talk to people. I love talking to people. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about this really quick because I thought it was kind of fun. But after the concert Thursday night, I was like, why are there not like more like podcast / interview platforms where like we're actively trying to just, I mean, I'm sure there is, but I wish they were popularized, but we're actively trying to like humanize other people and remove them from their hierarchy. Because I think a lot of celebrities would feel safer if they weren't put on a pedestal, if we didn't idolize them. And I think part of that is like, you just don't really talk to people you just don't really know. And I say that because, okay, so we went to the concert, we're in line to like meet the people, and like we met a couple other band members. To put it simply, I hadn't eaten till the morning, I had to pee the whole time, girl, I was hungry, so I was like tweaking, my nerves were bad, and I was just like, we ball. And sometimes when I get nervous, here's 2 things I do when I get nervous. I either drink water, I drink a lot of water when I get nervous, or I crack jokes. And so I didn't have my water bottle, so I was like, we cracking jokes, I guess. And obviously I made a couple of friends in line and stuff, just cracking jokes like crazy. We get to, okay, spoilers, one of the band members we met was Lewis Pullman, Bob from Thunderbolts. But I was just cracking jokes with him, and I called him Unk, and we had a good laugh because he had never been called that. And it's really funny because I posted it on TikTok, and I've had people be like, were you the one that called him Unk? He thought it was so funny. And I was just like, yeah, I was just kind of laughing. Like, he's just a dude. Like, I don't know. Like, all the band members, like, they're all just people, and you just gotta, like, treat them and laugh like that. Like, I've seen people be like, oh, you know, like, what a world it would be if we just, like, treated all of each other like best friends. Strangers like best friends. And I'm like, yeah. Like, to not only attribute to... And some like, famous people, they don't want to be known. You know, they don't want to let the people in. They want, like, privacy. Which, you know, makes sense. To not want to be like, let me not chit-chat with people. Like, I don't need you to know me like that. But I was like, where are the platforms where we're like, hi, how are you? Like, girl, I don't know how to meet famous people. What you mean famous? I literally shook hands with all of them and said, oh, hi, my name is Anaya, nice to meet you. What's your name? I'm so serious. Because in my eyes, you're just a person, and that's beautiful. I'm not taking anything away from you, but you're a person, and I'm going to treat you like a person. You know what I mean? And also, treating people like people is just inherently personable. I feel like I have a personable personality to get outside like that. And so I'm just like, where are those platforms at? I have all the dreams in the world that I know that I'm capable of if I can just get rid of this one thing that's draining the joy out of my life. So that's just been kind of like something I've been dwelling on, is like, I'm me all the time, and if I've done it before, I can do it again but better. And taking that thought and actually putting it into practice, because it's like, I've had crazy seasons of my life. I freaking had crazy, final seasons working 40, 30 hours a week at work. I was like 16 too, doing stuff like that. And so, still making music, still recording in my room. And so if I've done that before, I'll figure it out now with more wisdom. Even if I don't think that I feel wiser, I'll figure it out. I've done it before, I'll do it again better, because this is what I want to do. So, yeah, this is such a turn for the last video. I'm over here like YouTube thumbnail would be great. But this video, I'm like, what if we ball? Because we should ball. F it, we ball. And I know that's right. Bye, y'all.